Good morning, everybody. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. Um, it is Monday, and we are here to tackle another full week of school. And I want you guys to think about this. After this week is over, so like Friday's the 24th, we go into the following week, and the end of that week is May 1st. So we are cooking right along through the month of April. Once we hit May, those days seem to fly by, and then the end of the school year is here. Okay, so my challenge to you guys is to come to school, work hard, get your things done so you can pass your classes. All right. Some of you may have gotten an email, or your parents got an email last Friday about applying to go back to either your homeschool or to Kearney High, if that's the case. We don't get to decide whether you go back or not. That is up to the placement committee. But if those applications aren't done by May 1st, the placement committee won't consider your application. And I want you to really think about is, are you better off with us? Or are you better off at another school? If the answer is I want to go back to Sunrise, or I want to go back to Horizon because my friends are there, ask yourself, what did you do with your friends when you were there? If you went to class, if you attended school regularly, seems like a good option. If you raised a ruckus and got in trouble and weren't passing classes and weren't attending school, that sounds like an answer to me. Okay. Hopefully we can do some fun things this week. I want us to be able to enjoy new things, try new things, have experiences, but we can only do the experiences that you allow us to do. And if behavior and attitudes aren't there, then it makes it tough to do the extra things we do for you guys. Your teachers put in a tremendous amount of work to make your educational experience the best it can be. And a few of you have said, I get tired of being on the computer all day. Well, you're not on the computer all day. And it's really kind of disheartening when you guys get to do something that's hands-on, that's not on the computer, and you complain about that. Some of you, I think, would complain your ice cream's too cold, to be honest with you. Okay? So that leads me right into our coffee bean for this week. And it's all about perspective. Okay? Do you guys know what perspective means? Because if you don't, this next part probably won't make sense to you. But perspective is like looking from a different lens at the situation. All right? Having a perspective of what someone else is going through. So when you think everything stinks for you, and it might be I'm arguing with my parents, I can't find a job, I don't have the latest phone, and I'm ticked off that everybody else has the latest phone. I want you to put that in perspective, because there are kids in this community that don't have phones. There are kids in this community that may not have some of the luxuries you have at your house. Okay? I know there are kids in this country we live in that don't even have power in their house. They don't even have running water in their house. And, whenever I feel pretty bad about myself and I think my situation isn't as great as I want it to be, I always know there's somebody else out there that's got stuff going on in their life that is way worse than I am. Okay? And everybody can put on a mask when they come to school and pretend everything is all hunky-dory and there's no problem. But we all know that everybody's going through something. It might be something little, it might be something big, it might be something huge. Okay? So put your own world in perspective. Realize that there are others that might have it worse than you. And then when you look back at whatever it is that you're stressing about or that you're unhappy with, you realize somebody's got it worse off than I do, and I'm pretty lucky that I got it where I got it. Okay? My perspective today is I am really glad you're here. I am glad you chose to come to school today. I am glad you're working towards passing your classes. And like I said, if you're a middle schooler and you're like, well, credits don't matter, habits do. And I want you guys to get in the habit of working on your classes, getting things done on time, not having anything on your missing work log, so when you get into high school, it's easy for you. It's really cool because in about a month, I'm going to be standing there in the auditorium at UNK watching many of our kids graduate, and some of them that are juniors that last year as sophomores didn't think they're going to graduate this year. It clicked, they got going, and now they're going to walk and get a diploma and move on with their lives. So it's an exciting time of year for me because I get to see all these cool things that these kids have accomplished. And you can be in that group eventually if you want to. You know, I tell you guys all the time, you can't control what anybody else does. You can only control what you do. Okay? When other people say things or do things, you react to what they say. And either your reaction is a positive one or a negative one. That is up to you. Okay? So remember, keep things in perspective. Remember, we see you here at school, we hear you here at school, and we acknowledge you here at school. Okay? You are heard and respected. And if nobody told you they loved you today, no one this morning said, hey, I love you, have a good day, remember this, that this staff at this school does love you, and I love you very much, and I am blessed that you are a part of my school. So let's have a great day. Let's make this the best week we've had in April yet. And I can't wait to see what you accomplish this week. All right? Thanks.